Hello, friends, and welcome to our Pro-Life Reflections on the readings for All Saints' Day. One could say that this is a feast of perspective, of renewing our focus on what really matters, and of realizing that our human way of thinking is not God's way. The book of Revelation makes us think about the end of time. The second reading from St. John focuses us on what holiness is. And the lesson of the Beatitudes keeps reminding us how we usually get things upside down. All of this contributes to the perspective we need as believers. And it is not just a matter of how we see things, but of where our passion is. As the psalm makes clear, we are the people who long to see God's face. That's the driving force behind our worship, our daily activities, and the way we handle our daily trials. When we have the perspective of the saints, we can see why people are more important than things, and why the most neglected people, who in our society are the unborn, are in fact most worthy of our attention and service. The saints lived the Beatitudes by first of all weeping over the evils in themselves and in the world. Have we wept for the oppressed? Have we shed tears for the unborn? Have we, like the saints, allowed our hearts to be broken open so that God can pour into them the compassion and active love necessary to meet our neighbor's needs? The saints, having done this, thirsted for holiness for themselves and for justice for others. They did precisely what the church does today in speaking up for the helpless. It's not simply a political agenda. Rather, it's part of longing to see God's face. We do see His face in the poor, the oppressed, the forgotten, the unborn. Because we see His face there, we serve our neighbor and we proclaim to others that God is there. And when we live a life of fidelity in doing that, we end up seeing God face to face for all eternity. Friends, to find Pro-Life Reflections on the readings for all the Sundays of the year, go to preachingonabortion.com, and there you can also find my book, Proclaiming the Message of Life.